hablando, hija.
You too?
Hello everyone, I'm here to speak to you about choosing life. Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, once said, "No woman can call herself free who does not control her own body." Well, what about the innocent baby growing inside of you? Shouldn't he or she have the same right? According to pregnantpause.org, every year there are about 1.3 million abortions, and only 4% of women give their children up for adoption. There are between 1 and 2 million couples waiting to adopt. So just imagine how many lives can be changed by choosing life and giving a gift of life to many that don't have the same blessings as the ones that can give birth. Do you think doctors and clinics that support and perform abortions truly care about your right as a woman? Or is it really about money? According to Christian Life Resources, the total amount of abortions reported by Guttmacher Institute were 59,115,995 since it was first legalized in 1973. The cost of an abortion, according to Daily Dot, is between $600 and $2,000, depending on how far along you are. So if you do the math, it seems like a pretty lucrative business. What you think? I'll let y'all be the judge of that. If abortion is okay, then why isn't it okay for a doctor to illegally end a patient's life that doesn't want to live anymore? According to Sutter Health, there are only 5 states that allow a doctor to end a patient's life, but you must be terminally ill and go through multiple steps in order for the doctor to consider it. Why is that? It's your body, right? You have the right to choose if you want to live or not, don't you? Well, not really, because it's considered morally wrong. So should an abortion be considered morally wrong? In an article by Life Issues Institute, the leader in pro-life education, there was an article called Price Tag, and it read, "When you take the giant step of placing a price tag on human life, judging that it only has relative value, then you have made a fatal move. For price tags can be marked down. The Nazis marked them down, Holland marked them down, and abortion demonstrates the same thing." William L. Shire, who interviewed a Nazi judge condemned to death at Nuremberg, the judge wept, saying, How could it have come to this? Mr. Shiner responded, "Her judge, it came to the first time you authorized the killing of innocent life. Nothing ever good comes from killing innocent life. And if we're told that it's okay for a mother to kill her innocent child's life, then what other evil things will be okay in the future?" Selfishness is the main reason abortion is decided. Guttmacher Institute was an article written. Reasons, according to Guttmacher, the reason U.S. women, the majority, not everything, the same, only because there's incest, there's a woman being raped, but the majority is due to they can't finish their education at work because of financial reasons, or either relationship issues or being single. See, all these problems stated were already here before you became pregnant, so you knew about this. So why not use protection? There are too many options out there right now to not have. Do you not use a condom or be on birth control? There's no excuse for it. A quote from Mother Teresa: "It is a poverty to decide that a child must die so that you live as you wish." Many that choose abortion could say that you live as you wish. That's why you commit abortion. I know. When I was 22 years old, I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. My husband and I were having big problems, and I was almost 2 months pregnant. We both decided that abortion was the best option at the time because we didn't know where our relationship was headed. My son was 3 at the time, and I couldn't imagine raising 2 children on my own. So when I walked into the clinic with my husband, I could hear, because I still see the picketers outside with their signs saying abortion is wrong. I put my head down, I didn't want to look. Still walked in. As I walked in and I saw everybody there, the women, there was a lot of women there. They were just waiting to kill innocent life. And I was there with them. Walked in, I looked around, and I was like, I'm going to see the devil. That's who I'm going to see. Walked back out. I looked at my husband, I go, I can't do it. But when I walked out, the same people that were out there were thanking me. They're like, thank you for not going through with it. I can only say that my baby girl and son changed my life. And this is the reason
is the reason when you choose life. You're blessed.
I love you. My life and soul would have been destroyed if I would have aborted my children. I was in a situation where I felt like I had no other choice. But I did. I just didn't want to see it because the easier choice at that time was just to have an abortion and go on with my life. But how could I go on with my life knowing I ended my own child's life because of selfish reasons? Life isn't meant to be easy, and God won't ever give you something you can't handle, especially a child. He sends you a child as a blessing because that's exactly what they are. Alberto and Alexis are the biggest blessings in my life, and I thank God every day for them. The baby inside of the mother has a body of its own and deserves to live just like you and I. I will leave you with a quote from one of our past presidents, Ronald Reagan. Unless and until it can be proven that the unborn child is not a living entity, then its right to live, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness must be protected.
I'm making something nervous. Did I go over?
Sound like you're about to cry.